And welcome back. As you can see, I've completed putting the roof on the 4th floor here, and I've been thinking about exactly how to light up the floor below, and based on some suggestions that were given and so on, what I'm going to go ahead and do here is I am going to use redstone lamps, and the pattern will be very similar to what I've used down on the 1st floor, in that we'll have 3 block square, and just outside that square, let's see, 1, 2, 3 here. Alright, so right there is where the first one will go, and then the pattern will be three blocks between them everywhere along the roof here. And this floor will be just a few blocks thick. So, head downstairs here and get lamps. Let's see, lamps, torches, some glowstone dust because I'm going to need more. Alright. I'm going to need more than that too, so not a problem. Alright, what else am I going to need? Probably end up needing some sticks, and I am going to need some stone brick too, because there's something else I want to address. And some dirt. Okay. The other thing I want to deal with is this right here, because I have noticed that coming down here, more often than not, you miss the doorway. If you miss it even a little bit, you end up going back up the ladder. So, if I can get out, I'm going to move the front of this thing. Alright. And I'm going to move it out 2 blocks. I would go just 1, but it would put the wall on top of that lamp, and that would be kind of defeated in the whole point. There, and I'm just going to run this all the way out towards the wall. And take this down. And get some smooth stone to stick back down in there. Alright, now I won't have that problem of that driving me nuts quite like that. The only thing I'll have going on is the fact that doorways are not wide enough. But that's universal in the game. And this might even end up being something of a small storage area, who knows. In the meantime, that's easier to deal with. Alright, we got our dirt. Redstone lamps. I need to get a hold of some more redstone. Oh, well, there's redstone right in here, so okay. Go ahead and make up some more lamps. I know I'm going to need more than this yet, but this will be a decent start. And I'll show you how the way this is going to work. Alright, start out, have a redstone lamp right there. Dirt right here. Redstone torch there, which lights up that lamp. And then, anticipating the next floor, redstone lamp there. And that one torch is powering both of them. So we can get rid of these. And then 1, 2, and 3, and so the next one is there. And so on. And just continue that pattern all the way across the roof. 2, 3, and lamp. So that's what I'm going to do, is just work it out like that. Because there is going to be, of course, another floor, actually several. And so I might as well anticipate the lighting needs now. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and continue this pattern. And get this whole roof lit up. And obviously once the next floor goes up, there will be a wall around here, probably sandstone, that will keep all these dirt blocks and inner workings from showing. Alright, let's just drop down here, pick up our dropped sandstone, kill the enderman. Alright, Ender Twit, where did you go? Okay, I'm going to need some more lamps, obviously, so let's just grab a stack of glowstone, 4 stacks of redstone, and do it that way. There. And let's see if I got some redstone torches in here. Some. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get this roof built, and I'll be back in a bit. Alright, I'm just finishing up with the lights here. And the way this is going to work is that the 4th floor will have ceiling lights, and the 5th floor, when I get around to building it, will have floor lights. And I'll just put this border of sandstone around here so that this doesn't have to show from outside. I will continue having torches in the corner, so just for aesthetics. Technically there should be another row of lamps along this edge here, so I'll probably go ahead and do that. Meanwhile, I'm going to finish up with this sandstone border, and I'll get to those extra lamps, and this part of this ought to be complete. Alright. The lighting system is complete, the wall is in, and this thing is pretty much ready to go. Now on that side and that side, I went ahead and put some torches along here because the light levels on this wall were getting down to level 7 where the torches are. And so I didn't want to have any spawning up here, so I went ahead and left the torches there. That won't be bad. And then when it comes time to build the next level, it's just a matter of do that and fill it in, and it'll already have a lit up floor. So that's cool, and I'm just going to go ahead and leave that. Alright, and we don't need those, I don't believe. Well, let's see. Okay, the block lighting level is 9 at the very lowest, so we're good. Alright, so that's finished there. It also means I should be able to pull the torches out of this level. And just to be sure, block level, the BL number on the F3 there, that's the one we're interested in. And I don't see it getting very low, so let's pop some more of these torches out of here and find out. Now, if I wander over this way, the lighting doesn't seem to get any lower than 8, which is exactly what we want. Alright. If I've got that right. Let's see, it's level 15 where the lamp is. One block lower is 14, 13, 12, 11, or 11, yeah. And then a block away from it is 10, 9, 8. Alright. Light level should not get any lower than 8. Anywhere in here, which means we don't need no stinking torches. That's good. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and clean up the rest of these torches and we'll figure out what's next. Alright. I just spent the night up here after finishing up the job of picking up all the torches, and I waited off here in the corner so that if anything was going to spawn in here, say over there on the other end of the room, it would have been able to do so, and nothing did. So lighting here is great, and I'm just thinking the next floor up might just have not only floor lighting like it's going to, but I might do the same thing and have it have ceiling lighting as well. And as for what I'm going to do in here, this is going to be storage for items, for stuff that counts as items instead of blocks, whereas down here this is block storage, and it needs to be rearranged as well. And so I'm going to go ahead and work on doing that, but I think what I'm going to do is work on that off camera, because that's going to be mostly just a lot of doing that, trying not to blow holes in the floor. and so on, and moving these chests upstairs and getting all the items moved up and so on. And that is going to be tedious and painstaking because, as you can imagine, it can't just be thrown down anywhere. Everything has to be organized in some way. And that's going to take a while to figure out. So I'll probably take a couple of hours off screen and do that. In the meantime, I'm just going to throw these chests down here. Well, one of them. And just drop this stuff off up here. I'll take the sharpness and knock back. And I'll deal with the rest of this stuff later off camera, like I said. Meanwhile, there are some other things that I want to attend to. For example, in here, and by the way, I like the way the light catches on those reeds. That's really good. And I'm thinking I don't need those. Let me see. Block level 8 at the farthest distance, so we're good to go. That's spawn safe. In here, I've thought about it, and I've decided I'm going to go ahead and take a shot at coming up with a painting that doesn't make me go, ew. So I'm going to decorate that room at least a little bit. So we'll go with one painting. This will be a first for me. I've never used one in this world before. So let's see if we can come up with something that isn't just too much. I'm thinking right up here on this wall. I hate how it's random like that. What is that? It's so doggone pixelated I can't tell. It looks sort of like a plant in a way, but not quite. No. Nope. Not really. I never cared for Donkey Kong. I'm going to go with the sunset. That looks reasonable. I didn't realize there was one in there. Alright, let's get rid of this F3. Alright, yeah, I'll go with that. Okay, next up is, well, actually right now, right at the moment, I want to trim this back. And bring it back to line up with this wall. All the way from here. It would be helpful if I could do it without knocking holes that I don't want. And let's get rid of the dirt. Alright, that's better, I think. Maybe this could be sculpted in a little bit and so on, but for the moment I'm going to leave it as is until I figure out just exactly how I want to do that. In the meantime, there is the matter of this thing. There was a suggestion about making this area look kind of like a place where the Nether was kind of leaking into the real world through the portal. I kind of like the idea, but not quite right here. Because, I don't know, it's just too high up for that. And moving it down, I'm going to want to move it down and back that way. As a matter of fact, let me shut this thing off. Go ahead and take it down. Because one of the reasons to move it is outside, on the other side of the hill around back, you can actually hear this thing. And that tells me it's too close to the surface. Well, I'll tell you what, obsidian cuts just too easy these days. I never thought I'd actually complain about that, but it does. This is supposed to be the hardest, most difficult to obtain material in the game. And it just strikes me that it's too easy to get it. So I figure what I'll do here is make kind of a wide corridor thing headed down. Maybe leave it a little bit ragged. Definitely have to get rid of the sand and the water on the other side of the sand. Alright. Come on. Get over here out of the current. Let's do something about the food before I start starving to death. Still cuts. Okay, let's just make that into sandstone. And it'll have a sand-like look to it, but it won't be sand. Alright, and now just dig this on down here. Getting kind of dim in here. Okay. Let's just block that with some dirt. All right. once it gets down low enough to where the sand isn't a problem, you shouldn't have to deal with any more of this water. Alright, more plugging to do. And I think it's going to be easier to do from the surface. Plug it with sandstone and it'll just look at least a little bit natural. There. That should cover the areas that are caving in on me, so I'm going to head around to the front, get back in there, and get working on this again. Alright. Let's see. I don't quite want to take that chest down just yet, but let's see if we have a big problem with the sand now. Better. Okay, let's get some more light going on. Once we can get it down far enough to where the sand isn't collapsing, we shouldn't have any more concerns about flooding like that. Alright, time to head up and spread some more sandstone. As easy as that generally isn't to do. Oh, you son of a... fine. All right, that should take care of any more cave-ins, because I think we're finally getting to the point where we're going to be below that being a problem. At least I'm kind of hoping so. Dig down another level or two here and we'll find out. And we'll just kind of let this be something of a slightly ragged descent. Because we've got an area here where, you know, if the Nether is leaking through and taking over the place, I would assume it to look a little bit ragged, not exactly regular and smooth. And so on. And to complete the effect, I'll set in a bunch of netherrack. Probably set some of it aflame, and so on. And then back here in this tunnel, with the look of more and more netherrack and more nether-like appearance as it goes further down, will lead to the portal, and the area where it is I'm thinking going to look entirely taken over by the Nether. But I see by the old clock on the wall that we're getting into the 30-minute range here, so I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up and maybe do a little bit more digging here off camera, and then we'll pick this up next time and see if we can't come up with something that looks convincingly like the Nether is spilling into the real world. Take it easy. I'm out of here.